Okay, I'm going to show you all how to create a Google Drive folder and share that with Mr. Strom so that you can share Junior Theme documents with him. So as you'll see right now, I'm just in a web browser. I'm in Google Chrome and I'm at the New Trier homepage. Now right here near the top where the green words say Directory, Library, About, Payments, and Staff, under Students you will see there is a drop-down menu where you can log into Google Drive. I highly recommend logging in using your school Google Drive account. The other thing you'll notice is I'm doing this not from my iPad but from a computer. And I think it's better when setting up and managing folders to do so from a laptop or desktop computer when you're setting up folders in Google Drive. Don't do it from your iPad. iPad's better for annotating documents, and we'll explain how to do that later. So I'm actually going to go not to the student login but to the staff login because ours is different, but it's basically the same idea. So I'm going to go ahead and get logged in here. And a lot of this is probably familiar to all of you. These are just all my personal files right here. What you need to look at is the left side of the screen right here where it says Create. And I'm going to click on Create. And it's important that I create a folder because you may have subfolders within this folder. You may have lots of different kinds of documents. So I'm going to click on Folder, and then it prompts me to name the folder. What's important here is we all need to use the same naming convention for our folders so that it makes it easier for your teacher to understand whose is whose. So this is the way we're going to do this. We're going to put period, and again, are you period 4 or 5? I think those are your two classes. I'm going to put period 4. Then I'm going to put an underscore, and then I'm going to put last name, and then an underscore, and I'm going to put Junior Theme. The benefit of creating the folder this way is it first identifies period, it identifies yourself clearly, it identifies that it's your Junior Theme project, and it makes it easier for your teacher just to quickly get a read on whose work is whose. So when I click Create right there, you're going to see that I have, mine actually shows up right here because it's alphabetical. I have my folder created. Now, one of the things we may eventually do, there's nothing in here right now, but what we can eventually put in this folder are annotated articles, annotated websites. Maybe you're going to take pictures of pages from books in the library. What we're probably going to put in here for this process are sources. And we'll talk about how to name those when we get there eventually. But what we need to do next is share the folder with Mr. Strom. So I'm going to go back a page, just hit the back button on the browser, and you see my folder right here. I'm going to click this box next to it, and you probably notice once I click this box, I have these things at the top here. Looks like a person with a plus sign. That's share. So I'm going to hit that, and then all I do is I type in Mr. Strom's email address, which is STROMB, and then you can already see it's already filling out the rest of the email there. And so if I click on that, and then I'm not actually going to do this, but all I would have to do is hit send, and then he would get an email notifying him that you've shared your folder with him. And I would leave this the way it is, can edit, because this will allow him to make comments if he needs to in your folder and in some of your documents. So I'm going to hit cancel right now because I'm not actually going to do this. But that's the idea. So what we need to do is we need to set up the folder, share it with Mr. Strom so that he has access.